Hi there. Cooling therapy. It's probably one of the most important pieces of evidence that we have in an HIE birth injury case. Hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy is HIE. It's a type of brain damage. It occurs because oxygen is deprived from the baby during labor and delivery. When a baby then is born after this oxygen deprivation, there is an entire inflammatory response that is happening inside the baby's body. It's extremely important for a neonatology team to slow down that disorder, slow down that process of inflammatory responses so that it doesn't kill off too much brain tissue. The way they do that is they cool the body's temperature. They will put the baby in a cooling therapy. Different hospitals have different ways of doing it, and it will lower the temperature of the baby, slow down the inflammatory response, and hopefully slow down the brain tissue death. Not every baby gets this. Only those who have a suspicion of HIE and have come back with test results, such as blood cord gases that are acidic, what will happen is then the neonatology team will say, oh no, we need to slow down this process because we believe oxygen deprivation occurred. Cooling therapy is an important piece of evidence. If there is not cooling therapy completed, it doesn't necessarily mean that HIE wasn't present. However, most HIE babies who come out of the womb will get cooling therapy in a fairly large metropolitan city. If it's a rural hospital, that's a different story. But cooling therapy is an enormous piece of evidence for us as birth injury lawyers to show to the judge and the jury that even the neonatology team suspected that HIE had occurred due to oxygen deprivation, and it wasn't a genetic thing or a early on in pregnancy thing that caused this brain damage. If you or a loved one had a baby who suffered from HIE and received cooling therapy, then it's very likely that HIE was caused by the malpractice of a labor and delivery nurse or doctor. You need to speak to a birth injury lawyer to know your rights. My name is Adam Funk. I own and manage Funk Law Group, and we handle medical malpractice and birth injury lawsuits. I'd be happy to chat with you about your case.